So, testing out Streamlabs to see how that works mobile for anyone who is joining. Thank you guys. If you didn't know, my internet is down because of the fires out here. We currently don't know when we'll be getting internet back, and sorry about the rumbling. I'm trying to get used to holding my phone. But yeah, so currently the fires, apparently Spectrum Internet has one fell point and it caught on fire. So yeah, that is what's going on out here in California. So if you have Spectrum Internet, you're probably shit out of luck. And I'm going to test this and see how it goes. So if I haven't used it before, it's brand new to me. Wanted to see how it worked and see if I can actually see your guys' live chats and stuff like that, just to see what's going on. Obviously can't send a message via YouTube because I have to use my phone for this. Let's see if this will send it to you guys. I don't know if it's going to actually populate. But yeah, so the fires burnt down a choke point or whatever it is for Spectrum. So we will be without internet, God only knows how long. But apparently they're the only idiots in the country who have one fell point and aren't using some sort of like fiber ring or something like that, where if one part of it gets destroyed, then it would go through the other. What up? So I can actually see your guys' chats. That's awesome. That's good, guys. Thanks for joining. So I'm going to be doing this later today. Wanted to test this out. So this is kind of like a small test stream to see how things work and to see like how data gets sent, because otherwise I won't be able to do anything. I'm back for good now. I need to start streaming more. I've been gaming a lot. How's the sound? I know I'm outside, so there's a lot of outside noise, but how's the sound overall, guys? Man, the brush fire had my family evac. Yeah, my area got evac'd because the hill fire here almost came over the hill and hit, I don't know, a few houses, I don't know, less than a mile away. About 3 to 4 houses about 2 miles away went up in flames. So apparently my phone just darkened for some reason. But yeah, so multiple houses lost in the area, and want to play around with this to see about having some fun. So if you guys, if you can, for me, if you're in the Discord, send out an to everyone with a link, so that way I can talk to a few people and see about how this goes and get it situated, I guess. I'm going to be running my headphones when I actually do a full hard stream, because I'm just trying to charge my phone right now. I will probably be doing a true stream within the next couple hours, so I wanted to see how this worked. What up, Frozen? Welcome. Yeah, so like I was telling you earlier in the Discord, I was going to test out... What's up, Cupboard? Who's Cupboard? Are you new? There's someone new, I think, because I don't think I've ever talked to you. Welcome in. So my FPS is going to bounce all over the place because I'm having to use my actual cell phone network, and God only knows how long before they start bandwidth limiting me, even though I have unlimited data. You know how it goes. But yeah, so I kind of sent out some pictures in the in the Discord to you guys so you guys could see the fires and how close they were. Literally about a mile away. They got that section under control. The big fire that's moving from, basically it went from the edge of the town I live in along the coast and is headed towards Malibu. Is still going, and they haven't got that contained at all. How's the sound overall, guys? Just curious. Since I'm outside, I'm gonna have a cigarette. As if I haven't inhaled a lot of toxic shit as it is this weekend. I wish there was a way to modify through Streamlabs the title, etc. of the stream. Sounds okay? Yeah, I guess maybe because I'm not too far off the mic. But once I run headphones, it'll be a little better. So, I know it's been a while since I got on. Wow, that frame drop. Jesus Christ. Gotcha. Yeah, so is the chat log showing up for you guys? Can you guys see the chat log and everything? Because Jesus, fire trucks, Edison, electricity, all over the place. But Spectrum Internet can't be bothered to go out and actually try and fix anything. Rumor has it might not be for, I don't know, like till Thanksgiving until I have actual internet again. So that may suck. But yeah, so it's been an interesting last few days. Turn your head away from your screen if you get like motion sickness, because I'm gonna flip my phone. Come on, it's not gonna flip. God damn it! My stupid ass charging cord is wrapped all weird. So it's been going on, everyone. I know it's been, I don't know, a month now since I did anything live. A lot's been going on my end. I told you guys before about finding a job. I had multiple interviews, have one lined up, but the problem is waiting on it. You know, the game of waiting to see is pretty ridiculous, for the simple fact that I've put out like probably about 200 or more resumes at least. I lost count because I use Indeed and other platforms, as well as like going into different locations. And I've gotten 5 callbacks. Some of them are mid-entry level stuff. And so I think my resume scares people away that I'm overqualified and that I'm going to leave quickly, which, to be quite honest, if I found something that I really wanted to do, like one of the gigs that I interviewed for, I would be fast to go to them, just because the brand is growing and it's one of those positions that would be actually really amazing to be a part of. So but yeah, can you guys see the chat log on the stream? I'd be curious, because I don't have my tablet with me, or else I'd check how it looks on the actual YouTube. Oh, so the chat log's not showing. Weird. Huh. See, it shows, maybe it's because it only shows for me. So it shows for me, so I can see your guys' chats, and then I can also see notifications and donations and stuff like that. Never mind, it's there. Jesus, Frozen. The squinty eyes can't see. Just really tiny? I'll have to fix that. You know what? I don't have a problem with job interviews. Jesus Christ, that frame drop. I don't have a problem in interviews. I'm very good with interviews, but but getting people to actually get you in for an interview is the rough spot. And it's weird because I can see my frames per second and I can see when it drops, and it's funny as shit. There it is. How bad the drop rate is on mobile. No, you don't. You made the joke yourself back, so it's okay. I mean, you can report me if you want. Everyone else is getting reported off of YouTube these days, so why not me too? And then one of the curious things, you guys, I don't know if you guys saw what's going on with Ralph and all these other guys, but they went over to stream.me, which honestly, it's a pretty legit site. If it can grow some and people can actually get involved over there, they run I don't know if it's a weekly or daily, how they go about it, but they run a weekly streaming contest between their creators, and every there's positions. So first, second, all the way down to like 20th, right? People in the top 20 get paid by the company. And Stream.me does have recording over the phone. They have a full app, and their app actually works similar to the way YouTube's app works for recording from your phone to there. So I'm going to try that out today as well. It just won't work with Streamlabs. Granted, people can donate through Streamlabs and whatnot, but the cool thing, like I was saying, is they run a weekly contest. So every week that you place in a position, you get paid. So in first place, obviously I'll never hit that just for the size of my audience and whatever. But first place gets $600 a week. Second place is like $500, and down the list. They pay you weekly every time that you're top tier, because one, you're driving people to their website, getting them out there, and I don't know how they're going about it, but they I'll have to read the Streamlabs, and I'll grab my tablet before I cut this one loose. Streamlabs should pop. It has the, on here it'll pop because I have it set for the donation to pop up, but the Stream.me, I'll just read them out, and because I have my tablet, so until I have internet back, I'll be using my phone for this kind of stuff. And it's not that big of a deal because honestly, it'll show up on my phone, But they pay weekly, and so, if you're in the top, if you're number one for 4 weeks, that's, $2,400 that you just made from, what up, Pycris? From streaming. And they have a point system. I don't know if it's based on chat interaction, viewers, stuff like that. But number one and number two are obviously Killstream, Ralph Retort, and Andy Worski right now. And so the other people, I was looking through their tiers, and they get points. And I don't know if it's for people following or subscribing, but my username, if one of you guys can, actually I can type it, but it's going to jingle the phone, so yeah, they are really crazy for the simple fact that they kicked our internet in the ass. If I wasn't stuck with Spectrum, I would go to another provider. Sorry, I'm just typing out my channel over at Stream.me. If you guys can go set up an account and subscribe, that would be awesome. And then, of course, someone decides to call me. and I hang up on them. That's what they get. But yeah, so I was talking to Frozen and some of the other guys about what's going on, and it's been a rough month because right when things seem like things are going to turn around, another thing just happened. And take care, Ron. Yeah, so go over there and subscribe. Set up an account over there because I'm going to do that and have some fun over there. Especially, you know, we can build out and pull people over from here, my Discord, and elsewhere. And, whoa, freaking... Oh, I should have taken a picture of that for you guys, or shown you guys that. Couldn't turn my camera fast enough. There's a freaking giant hawk flying right at us. There we go, Patrice. What up, Patrice? Yeah, I'm going to be doing that. Cognitive Thoughts over there. Yeah, follower number 1, Patrice. So, but yeah, lots been going on. The job hunt continues. It's a huge pain in the ass. I'm in round 3 of an interview process with the one company I really, really want to work with. It's a energy drink company. They're about 4 years old, but they're not using any of the nasty stuff that Red Bull and others use, the Taurana and the Guarana, or Taurine and Guarana, whatever it's called. They're using reishi mushrooms and green tea extract, which doesn't have as negative an impact on the body as those 2 other things. Plus, apparently, I think Frozen might know this since he's of Asian descent. Reishi mushroom apparently is ancient, like, Chinese medicine used and ground up, and apparently it has shown signs that it can help with, heart attacks, so blood flow control, lowering high blood pressure, potential cancer, curing extracts, kind of cool. But yeah, so they're using this extract in I'm at my house. Digestive properties, blood circulation, potential cancer treatment. It's funny that you actually know it, because being the Asian person. No, I'm actually at my house. My apartment. It's just that since it's on the coast of California, we don't have central air. We have a wall air unit. So, I'd show you guys my apartment, but it's messy as shit right now, so I'll pass on that. But yeah, so I'm sitting out on the porch. Because... Oh, you're in San Diego? Hold on. Baby Wino Boy. Who is that? Is that Rhino? I'm trying to think of who that is. Yeah, I'm in Ventura County, so we just got ravaged by fires last year, the Thomas Fire, and then we're getting hit by fires again this year with the Woolsey and then the Hill Fire. It's been a freaking weird-ass year. They need to you can't really control burn because of the wind here. So if they tried control burning, it would just turn into a wildfire. But I don't know, man. It seems to be such a shitty situation because of the fact that it moves through the hills, right? And that's where most of our it's like Hawaii and the volcanoes. Yeah, it's like fire in California. And the day that the fire started, the wind was probably at like 40 miles an hour. It was windy as shit. So that makes it damn near impossible for fire crews to control it. Had police, fire, and sheriffs from all over Southern California. We had people up from Orange County, fire and police, as well as they control. Yeah, you guys don't have as heavy a winds. They'll control burn in like the Sierra Nevadas, so the big mountain range here in that runs through California all the way to like Oregon. They'll control burn there, but they don't control burn the coastal range because of the wind that would just blow it. Yeah, and it just seems like it's one of those things where that's going to be our natural disaster now. It used to be earthquakes and everything, but now it's just fires. At least with earthquakes, they're sporadic and once in a great while, but it seems like every fire season we have massive fires. And it's like right when the winds shift or the massive issues start happening. And it was weird. Wildfires and snowstorms. Shit, I wish there was snowstorms here. Nice thing would be if we could get some water. But the problem now is with these fires burning where they burnt, mudslides, massive mudslides. So if the fires don't get your house, the mudslides will. Yeah, I know it's supposed to burn. That's the problem. Well, it's natural to an extent. The palm trees that we brought in from Australia as gifts from Australians aren't natural here. And they're one of the reasons why the Thomas fire in Ventura was so bad. Because the seed that the palm tree drops is resin sealed. So basically, in order for it to sprout and seed itself into the earth, it has to burn. So it has a natural inflammatory agent on it. So that didn't help the Ventura fire. So, yep. So I'm probably going to be, I might head down to Long Beach today, which I'll probably turn on a stream and as I'm driving and just, chat with you guys and talk to you guys because when I was in 8th grade, we had a wildfire here, not too far from me down the road. Yeah, the one that I put pictures of in the Discord was about a mile away. You could see the freaking lit up the whole area. And so me sitting outside right now, I'm probably breathing in all kinds of shit, which honestly isn't that big of a deal for me because I smoke. So, but yeah, the fires out in Ventura County have been pretty crazy, and I've never been this close to like massive fires like this. So, yeah, and I was actually, so they closed off areas, but you could still drive through them. So yesterday, because of not working, no internet, I was bored, and so I was driving through and looking at different stuff, and the fires took out probably like four or five like $1 million homes. We have Hook helicopters going over us, and like there's service trucks driving all over the place trying to get things figured out, I guess. One thing that has been good is we've maintained electricity in our area, but everything in Australia can bite you or burn. Yeah, it's about right. And those gorgeous palm trees that are traditional to California these days, not California native species. We actually, let me see if I can flip that. I don't know if I have a freaking giant tree in front of me. I don't know if you guys will be able to see it once it comes out from behind the tree. So that speck that is flying away is actually one of the giant planes that they dropped the chemicals from. No, it's not about the brush cutting. People cut their brush around them, but when you have 40-mile-an-hour winds blowing embers down the hill, even if you've cut your brush, embers are jumping. It jumped the freeway, which made it possible for it to head to the Malibu area, and that whole canyon is, I mean, there's the canyon between Malibu and where I live is wild. It's burning. So yeah, I had to make you squint. It was rough. But yeah, I mean, honestly, I wonder if I can see it from this direction. Yeah, I'll walk out in a little bit and show you guys. What up, jabroni? But yeah, you can actually see, like, behind me, where I'm literally behind me, it's so much smoke in the air. It's bright red from, the fire bouncing off of its own smoke. And it looks like end of days over there. And off to the, what would be my right, was where the hill was on fire. Yeah, so I'll have to do an actual, like, find some stuff to talk about show. It's not like I can screen share. Well, I can screen share, but, it's kind of hard and weird on the app here. So yeah, I would blame it on environmentalists, but to be quite honest, like, even if they land managed right in the essence of cutting back and, controlling the fire, even if they took down, as much as they could, if something starts and there's any kind of ground, what would you call it, like wild brush or anything that's grown since the last time they burned, it's not gonna keep it from burning again. The problem we're having is that it's dried vegetation, because we haven't, I don't even remember the last time it rained. I don't think it's rained here in a good month or two, maybe more. So do some research about historical fires and Native American burn practices. You mean like they burn underbrush and stuff? Yeah, so that link that Frozen is posting is going to be, I'm going to try out the new platform that all the guys are using who've been ejected from YouTube. Sub over there, for the simple fact that they seem to be more free speech absolutists. As long as you don't copyright any material, as long as you don't make actual physical threats to people, you could drop the hard R, you could say whatever the hell you want. The streamer can get away with saying whatever they want. Chats can say whatever they want. It's not censored the way YouTube's been censored. I also have I have text-to-speech on. I don't know if it'll work with this, but it's streamlabs.com/ is it in the link, Frozen? Is it? I don't even remember my own Streamlabs. I think it's either real AGluck or just AGluck. Yeah, it's a few steps above Twitch, and they seem to be trying to build more viable of an audience over there and bringing creators in by actually paying them and giving them incentivizing them to use the platform with a point system. And the point system in turn, Jesus, so many of the chemical planes flying over. Another one's going over right now. But they're incentivizing people to use their platform by having a streamer contest between all their streamers and a point system. And as you rank up, you become eligible for pay per week from them. That doesn't count donations or anything from your Patreons or Streamlabs, stuff like that, but straight from the company. So I don't know if they're doing advertising or what, but it's a pretty cool idea, and it increases the competitiveness to drive people to the site. So, and when you have two people who just joined the site that have massive audiences, and are already ranked number 1 and 2. And Cognitive Thought, he's pulling 100 viewers, maybe 200 viewers. You compete to be top 20 pretty much, maybe even higher. It might be top 50, because all the way down to 20, the 20th spot, that person's still making $20 a week just for streaming there, even if they're only pulling like 3 or 4 viewers. I got to figure out how their platform works in way of points, but it seems to be a lot more viable for those who, is it just top 20? Yeah, but top 20, shit, whatever. Extra money is extra money right now. Yeah, it's kind of cool. Like, if you look on there and you click on the little contest logo at the bottom of the app, it'll show you the top streamers. And so Killstream, pulling, even if they're only pulling 2,000 over there, they're pulling, 100, 200 times the number of people that platform is used to having, and it's getting the name out there. You have bigger YouTubers who stream and are now having YouTube issues, or not having YouTube issues like myself, and just want something different where it's not going to be controlled, forcing, speech control and all this other stuff, and a chat control, because the chat control that they're doing to the audience now is kind of ridiculous. But I don't know. It's interesting to see what's going on and what it's called. Do hot. I do usually do. I do a lot of streaming generally. I've just had a lot of. If I remember correctly, you can donate to Graffiti the stream. Let's check that out. I stream Grateful Dead related and bluegrass concerts. My Periscope audience tells me they're willing to follow. That's cool. See, the thing I have is I have a decent size of audience, and you guys are all willing to try out new things. And it's nice when you have an audience who's interactive and actually, wants to be involved. So, and where most of my, here, I'll flip it for you guys. I'm in the city, so, it's nice. Right over there, you can't see it because the brick is in the way, but that's where the hill was on fire. And if you're in the Discord, also the nice part about the view is the ladies who walk their dogs and exercise around here, because it's California, Post bananas over the streamer's mouth. That's funny. And it's definitely not a bad view. It's nice looking, it's lush, but then you add in the audience and the people walking by, Milfyville, yeah, there's a lot of hot moms and stuff over here, but you also have just a lot of hot girls in general. Like, I'm staring at someone walking their dog and talking to you guys. I need to start doing these more in real life streams, and actually do stuff, because like I said, the last month has been rough, financially rough, for the simple fact that I've tapped my savings account, paying bills and managing being unemployed. California is weird. I live in the ghetto and dodge pit bulls. California is weird. They make it really hard to get unemployment. So you have this long ass process, and I filed on October 7th, the exact day that I lost my job. And it took 28 days for the contact interview to see that the stuff that I put on my application matches, and the interview with the employer. And then now I'm waiting, because also in California, if you ever get overpaid, and true,
if you ever get overpaid, you have what they call penalty weeks, right? So I was unemployed once before, and it was a layoff because the company went out of business. And so the only way you can qualify for unemployment in the state of California is fired or laid off. It can't be a quit or anything like that. And it has to be not your fault. So once before, they ended up overpaying me. Right when I started work, I stopped going for it because, you know what? I'm not going to steal money. That's fucking shady. Go ahead and ask Cat. But so they put penalty weeks if you get overpaid, even if you pay it back. So I paid it back. I paid it all back. That is the overpay, which was their fault. But, I mean, the money came to me, so it's only right. Pay it back. And they still hit me with penalty weeks. 5 fucking weeks. 5 weeks. So now I have to appeal those because I never received the notification before in 2015. So I had to appeal that, which could take 2 weeks. And then I've served 3 weeks out of my 5-week sentence and have to wait to get that. What happened with my job? I worked in a marketing and sales position, and so August was a good month. Was number 1 in the whole place. Was number 1 for 5 months before that as well. And then September rolls around. September in the industry is a tough month. Had a bad month in terms of sales. So October 8th, October rolls around. I'm happy the month's over. I get it, I use my savings and some stuff to keep myself afloat after a really bad month. And they call me on October 8th. It's a Monday. Around 4 p.m. I'm usually there till 7. So I was like, okay, I'm getting written up. You see the write-up in their hand. But then when they set the write-up down on the table, upside down, obviously, I can see the, what's it called? The paycheck. And I don't get paychecks. I get direct deposit. So I'm like, fuck, they're going to fire me. And so they go through the little spiel. We're parting ways, blah, blah, blah. You had a bad month. You sold 0 of this. That's performance issues and blah, blah. And I'm like, okay, I can respect this month. Bad month. Did I intentionally have a bad month? No. You can look back at the data because they tracked everything. Phone calls, logs, everything. You can look back at the data and see the effort I put in was the same as it always is. My call times, my logs, my interactions, my direct handling of customers was the same. So the question becomes, is it only my fault or is it also the business's fault because of the time of year it was, whatever? They're like, well, everyone had a bad month, but you had the worst. I'm like, yeah, I understand that, but everyone had a bad month. You just acknowledge that. And they're like, well, and I'm like, but what about the 5 months previous to that? I was number 1 in the whole location, and that doesn't matter too much. Well, we're only evaluating the last 40 days. I'm like, how can you determine someone's employment based on 40 days when they've been with the company well over a year and you're basing it on this minutia of time? That's it? My manager was like, well, it's just not working out. Like, the performance was really bad. And I'm like, yeah, but you're only basing it again on 40 days. No, it wasn't inbound sales calls. I handled marketing as well as sales. So I did both. My marketing was fine, but the sales was the high drive of the company. I don't think it was that the case at all because they've hired someone since then to replace. So I think it was a simple matter of the fact that I was low man on the totem pole, had a bad month, and in the industry, it's pretty cut and dry when it comes to sales, but you would have thought, I've seen them give people who had
consistent bad months, maybe 1-2 units sold, whatever, and cut them loose after a few months. So when they approached me, I expected a write-up saying that if October didn't fix itself, that I'd be let go. So I was understanding of that. But they didn't. And so I was like, well, can you guys get me through October, for the simple fact that you acknowledge the industry has a bad month in September. It's a bad time all around for the industry. And like, get me through the month. If I don't perform then cut me free. But if I do perform, then you see that it's just a one-off month. And the funny thing is I was still getting calls from my clients and other people to my cell phone, because I use my cell phone for a lot of work-related stuff. And, oh yeah, I'm ready. The numbers worked out. Let me come in. Well, unfortunately, I don't work there anymore. You can speak to this person, or you can just go somewhere else, because I'm no longer there. If you wanted to work with me, you won't have the opportunity to. But the problem is when, by the 15th of October, I had 6 people who were ready to go. And the average number what up, Matt? The average number that people were doing at that location was, I don't know, like 7, 6, 5. So when I already have 6 lined up for the whole month, you should demand sanctuary. I'm gonna go to a church and demand sanctuary. There's so many helicopters and shit flying over right now. No, I'm not on the run. I lost my job. Yeah, I'm on the run, man. Because the smart thing to do would put my face out there live to an audience if I'm on the run. No, so at Random House, watching out for helicopter. Oh no, I'm in California. I'm right near the wildfires. So we have a lot of the, that's possible because firebugs do, Sicko's offered, but the thing is everything I've applied for and the potentials, I was actually thinking about going down to his spot in the next few days and hang out. Bikers is running from lefty weirdos who don't know what gender they are by looking at what's between their legs. My family all lives north of here, like 2 hours away from where the fires are, so they're good. But I live about a mile from where one of the fires was, and yeah, so that was interesting because my area actually got evacuated. I'm at my apartment, back at my apartment. I got evacuated on Thursday night, and I was up late playing Call of Duty and Red Dead, and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna go to bed, and then an alert comes on my phone. Yeah, I smoke cigarettes, man. The wind's also blowing it out to the other side, so if I'm gonna get a lung infection, I've already got one, or I'm gonna get cancer. It's probably already on its way. Yeah, exactly. YOLO. I only live once. But yeah, so the fire was about a mile away. It blew over us. I was out of the area then, and everything in my house smells like I was burning a campfire right next door to my window. As for the caravan, I mean, if they want to come to California so bad, they can freaking light go help fight fires, and those who survive the wildfires can, be given the right path to citizenship. Yeah, seriously. I'm inhaling freaking way worse shit probably here than freaking some burning trees when I smoke a cigarette outside. But yeah, so it's been a week, man. It's been a really weird week. So Thursday night at 7 p.m. our power went out, right? It was just our location. It was some sort of weird thing. Edison let us know. So I laid down, relaxed, and then, was watching shit on my phone, dozed off. And wake back up, and power's back on. So I, start gaming a bit. And then Friday morning at probably about midnight, we get what would be an Amber Alert. And it makes the same sound, an Amber Alert, and it's an emergency notice of areas that are getting evacuated. And so I'm just like, that's not my area. I look at it. It's nowhere near us at that point. It was north of here, down the hill. And so apparently in about 2 hours from midnight to 2 a.m., it spread probably about 15 miles south to the hill right, I don't know, a mile from my house. Like, I could literally see the top of the hill from here where it's all burnt up. And at that point, I look at the alert again, and it's everyone east of the main street over here. And so I'm like, okay, I'm good. And then police start driving through our area on their loudspeakers, telling us that we're under mandatory evacuation. So I got to stay up all night from Thursday morning at like 9 a.m. I woke up till, I don't know, I was up until like noon yesterday and took a 5-6 hour nap after that. But yeah, so especially since there's no family or anything in the area, I had nothing to do besides drive around. So I was driving around. The evacuation areas were evacuated for people in houses and potentially could, catch on fire and sleep. But they weren't because they were more worried about controlling people out of the area and actually, leaving space. But you could drive right through any of the evacuation areas. I actually did because I wanted to see. I was interested in what was going on. And about a mile away on the other side of the small hill, there were multiple houses on fire. I'm going to flip the camera so you guys can see what I was talking about earlier. And maybe the Asian won't have to squint as much because it should be bigger this time. It's going to come from right to left. Let me hold this. That little plane there is one of the chemical planes, and they've been flying back and forth from wherever they're refueling or re-chemicaling to drop the red chemical stuff that puts out the fires, or helps puts out the fires. But also scoop helicopters have been going over. That's what I was talking about earlier with helicopters going over, is the go to the lakes in the area and or the ocean if it's not too windy, and scoop up water and to drop on the areas. But you can see, like, I actually had a friend of mine on Instagram had footage from the freeway where you could see the big 747s or whatever those are that drop the chemicals flying low along the hill and dropping the chemical. It's actually pretty badass. You think of the ingenuity that they're fucking coming up with for stupidity and things like people catching shit on fire, or if it's a natural fire. But I don't know, it's kind of weird that it happened right when it got super windy. If we ride helicopters with belly tanks to drop piss and shit on Antifa. Nah, dude, you got to give people free helicopter rides. Where's the good old Kevin Filipino Shea? He knows what I'm talking about. His mentor and lifelong person that he loves knows about helicopter rides. But yeah, so it's been an interesting few days. I think I'm going to cut out for right now. I'm going to finish getting shit together. No, they won't. There's no way for us to control it. These hills, if they controlled the underbrush along these hills, they would have to be readily doing it because it's going to grow back, right? And some of the areas you can't get to. But if they tried, control fires, it would just blow the flames because it's windy here. Like, no matter what, there's always a breeze, so they wouldn't be able to, I don't know, maybe control the flames in our area. So that's why Ventura County is going to be a hotbed for flames along our mountains. Like, we had the Camarillo Hill fire, 2 years ago, and then we had yeah, but the hard thing is we're right on the coast, They need to do it, but yeah, so they I don't know. We'll see. They've talked about, Ventura County's talked about doing it on their own because they could use prisoners, go out and, do the thing and control burn, or even just roto-rudder or rooter-rudder, whatever the fuck it is. Basically route up the dirt and basically destroy it. Yeah, so I'm doing stream.me because why not? And that way I can say whatever the hell I want, and if I swear, I'm not going to get in trouble. My videos aren't going to get taken down for, that stuff. They just ask us to avoid copyrighted material and stuff like that, and no direct threats or, stuff like that, which, fine. Like, that's not hard, But yeah, so I'm going to cut out, guys. Go to the link, subscribe to stream.me/AGluck. I'll be back live in probably about an hour because I'm going to take a drive, and I don't know, I think I'm going to go hang out with Sicko over the weekend since I have no internet. I have nothing to do here, and why not freaking chill with some homies, and I'll stream from there. But yeah, guys, thank you again for watching, and you guys are awesome as always.